3, 2, 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to the podcast. We are doing a live recording. We are on TikTok as we speak. And we were just discussing it before we went live. A lot of people unhappy right now. A lot of people unhappy, which you don't have to be. There's plenty of bullshit that we've had to deal with all our lives before coronavirus. Everybody seemed to just drift off into lockdown mode again the last few weeks. I've noticed that. People are pissed off. Like, you could walk past somebody on the street and you bump into them by mistake and they're like, oh, fire. You know? There's a lot of that going on at the moment. I don't get it. It's fucking madness, guys. Madness. And anybody watching on TikTok, let me know how your dating scene is going. In fact, I was only just discussing before we went live. We have a guy here who went on a blind date to Paris. I mean, he didn't even see a photo of the lady. Like, guys, you know, you gotta make sure that the person's legit. We don't know what the outcome is yet, but it's not looking great for this guy. It's not looking great. I certainly wouldn't do it. I hope anybody else wouldn't do it. What does anybody else think watching? Jesus Christ. Why would somebody get on a fucking plane? And I think he was from the UK. That's right, the UK, London. And jumps on a plane to Paris. Now I know it's only an hour away, but still you got the flight costs. What if she doesn't turn up? Right? What if she doesn't turn up? Which is probably a really, really good chance that that's going to happen, if it hasn't happened already to this guy. Why would you do it? You know? Like, you got to jump on a fucking plane, exchange money, if anything, actually. Maybe because he's an older generation, he probably doesn't use his card, he probably uses cash. So he's got to get change money. And then get over there, pay for a bus to the plane. That's going to cost you money. The plane ticket, getting some food at the airport, waiting around for the actual flight. And then to get over there, you don't know where you're going. Or maybe he does, but I'm going to go with probably doesn't. And then, you got to meet at a certain place. Like, how does he even arrange the date or the time to meet? If he hasn't even seen the person in the flesh. Is he just texting her? I presume he is, right? Or giving her a call when he gets there. And Jesus, does everybody think like that she's gonna like this? I don't know. Like, how would anybody feel if somebody just jumped on a plane to come over to meet you without even seeing you in the flesh? I mean, what if he's not attracted to her? You know? What are they, what's some people saying here? So there's one person, Blackout. Hey, Blackout, people so overthink things. Chill, relax, and everything will be fine. Well, fair enough, but it's a lot of commitment to be jumping on a plane to meet somebody. I mean, is she black? Is she white? Is she Asian? Not that anything's wrong with that. You know, is she hugely overweight? Is she very slim? You know, like, and it doesn't mean that he might like larger ladies, but still, what if she's not then? Or what if she's vice versa and it's not his taste? You know? Fuck, man. I don't get it. Has anybody else been in this situation before where you've had somebody come along and just like go on a blind date? Like, I get we're not back in 1990s here, guys. You know, we're lucky. We've got the opportunity to get people on the phone, to get them on FaceTime, to get them on WhatsApp voice or video. I mean, that's what I certainly would be doing straight away. And I mean, hey, we've all had dates where you talk on FaceTime or you talk on WhatsApp, but still, you might have an impression of the person, which you do get an impression of them. Of course you do on a video. But people can act. You know? Hey, Monica, how's it going? Hi, Peter. Is he okay? No, this is an article I actually read this morning. Couldn't believe it. And, I hope it works for the guy. Fuck. I really do. I mean, dating is hard enough anyway. But, and Vanessa saying, I wouldn't go on a blind date without seeing a pic and a friend's recommendation. Sure. But even a friend's recommendation, okay, that's an interesting one that you bring up, Vanessa. So are you saying that you need your friend's recommendation for the blind date? So not just a date, but the fact that it's a blind date, you need a friend's recommendation. Is that what you're saying? Just let us know, please. Now, that's fair enough, actually, because, look, your friend would have an idea what you're into. You know, are you into blondes, brunettes, you know, whichever it is. So I get that part. I still wouldn't go with my friend's opinion, though, because your friend can get it wrong. You know, your friend can get it wrong. Like, I think brunettes, yeah, some of them gorgeous. Blondes, gorgeous, yeah. But not every brunette or blonde is going to be gorgeous. Do you know what I mean, guys? Yeah, it's a lot of money. And, like, even for this guy to go in Paris, like, let's say it's even one night, right? He obviously he's going to stay the night in a hotel or something. But, like, what happens if she doesn't show up? Which is a real good chance. What happens if he's on his own? How much money is he going to be spending for that one night over? I mean, he could be, what, 100 quid for a hotel, train back and forth, or taxi back from, is it Charles de Gaulle Airport in Paris? I don't know. I've never been there. But a taxi over, or even the train. So now you're looking at about 150 quid. And I mean, we're being generous here. Like, let's be honest. Things have got so expensive these days that it's hard to pinpoint how expensive it's going to fucking be. But I can't imagine he's going to get anything for less than 150 quid. All right, then gets a bit of food in a restaurant. Whew, tell you, man, you're looking at a minimum 200 quid, I'd say. I would definitely do that. Vanessa, my friend tried to set me up on a date, but he wasn't my type. You see, there we go. Thank you, Vanessa. You see, that's what I was just saying. Like, fuck, you know, what do you do? What do you do? And like I said, you can't necessarily trust your friend's opinion. I'm sure they've got a good idea of what you're into. And, you know, it's not their fault if they get it wrong. If anything, it's our fault if we decide to jump on board with this. Alan, spending all that money and waking up without a kidney. Yeah, that could easily fucking happen, right? Or it's like, what is it, like that movie Hostel, where they take hostage those girls. Hostel Part 2. By the way, guys, if you got a light stomach for movies, don't see Hostel Part 2. It's pretty gory. Oh my god. Especially this one scene. Jesus Christ, when this woman goes in, she wants to kill someone, and she starts chopping up the person in life, and she's loving it. Like, oh, good god. Weird movie. Weird fucking movie. I mean, what if that could happen to you? Even though, look, let's be honest, chances are it's not going to happen to you, especially if you're a guy. If you're a girl, yeah, maybe a bit more of a chance, but there's really a small chance of it, you know. Guys, yeah, listen, tell me some of your horror stories of your first dates, but don't go on a blind date, guys, please. If you're out there, you're thinking about it, get a photo of the person. Make sure it's a legit photo. Get them on FaceTime, get them on WhatsApp video call. Make sure that you're not wasting your time here, you know. And thanks for the roses, by the way, guys. Love you all. Thank you. And the likes. It's just too much of a risk. Too much of a risk. In fact, I even went on a date there recently. When I say recently, it was Saturday. And this is a good one. So gender decides to come up in the conversation, right? And all of a sudden, the girl just, her face absolutely dropped. I went, oh, Jesus, here we go. So she's thinking now, I've got a problem with gender pronouns, right? And even worse, she's thinking that I've got a problem because I don't call myself he or they or whatever, blah, 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 blah. And I'm looking at her going, what? What the hell's going on here? I'm looking at her like, is she for real? So I explained to her that I said, look, gender pronouns are fine. Call yourself whatever you want. If you want to be called soccer ball, I'll call you soccer ball. Okay? I might think it's stupid, but I'll call you whatever you want because I have respect for you to call you whatever you want. And she went, okay. And then she was waiting for the but, right? And I'm like, okay. I even said to her, I said, hey, relax, breathe. And then she kind of calmed down a little bit. And then I said, look, but I'm not going to change my gender pronouns. And she goes, well, what are yours gender pronouns? And I'm like, oh, God. Oh, Jesus. So she's about to jump on top of me. And I said, well, I'm a man. That's it. I'm he. I don't go around updating and adding new gender pronouns to my life. And she's like, but you'd be called cis. I went, huh? What? I'm called cis? Where'd you get that from? I said, firstly, I'm not because I don't call myself that. But secondly, I can call myself whatever I want. Right? Like, guys. and then she says that she's a straight woman. And I'm like, well, okay, thank God. She did have an attraction to some women, though. I'm like, so maybe are you bisexual? And she goes, well, no, I don't think so. I just, I really attracted to this one girl in my office. And I went, huh. So you would be bisexual? Or lesbian? Like, And then she was, no. If anything, I'm bisexual. But so then she starts to creep out the rest of the story. She goes from a straight woman to bisexual. Now, I wasn't interrogating her. I was just asking, come here, listen, what's going on here? Why are we talking about this? So eventually she actually calms down. And I'm like, so, I even had to say, are we good? I won't be seeing her again, I can tell you that. Jesus. Excuse me, let's have a look at some of the comments. My gender pronouns are Your Highness and Your Majesty. Well, Your Highness, Your Majesty, no problem, sir. And then another person, Jesus, the world's gone mad. I don't think we should entertain them. You're goddamn right, we shouldn't be entertaining them. Fuck that bullshit. Fuck that. Like, I don't mind. Like, and I genuinely have no problem if you want to call yourself whatever the fuck you want. Now, I know there's quite a lot of people out there like Jordan Peterson. I presume people have seen Jordan Peterson. I love that guy. And he will not step into that saying, well, I'll call you that so if you want. He just, I think there's a man and woman, that's it. I think Ben Shapiro's kind of the same too, which I respect that's fine. But I don't see the problem of calling somebody whatever they want to be fucking called. As long as it doesn't interfere with my life, I don't give a shit. As long as it doesn't interfere with my life. It's mad. Renee, so confused. Yeah, Renee, I know, right? Some of these people are unbelievable. And I just don't get why they try and bully you. That's the thing. Why are you trying to bully somebody? Crazy stuff, man. Yeah, absolutely. Alan, what kind of toaster? Somebody wants to be called a toaster? Well, hey, toaster, nice to have you back. Anna, I'm staying single. Yeah, well, I don't blame you. Well, actually, after Saturday night, I want to be single. Jesus. Vanessa, I think pronouns confuse kids. Yeah, I think it's morning. Eamon, morning, Peter. How's it going, Eamon? I think there's a lot of... it seems to be the people in their 20s, right, that are having this gender pronoun horseshit. But when I say horseshit, it's the problem is you're trying to bully other people that don't want to change their gender pronoun, and you're trying to bully them. Like even the girl on Saturday night, she was trying to tell me, well, your pronouns are cis. I went, no, honey, no. I'm a man. That's it. And guys, I even remember even at somebody got a hold of my phone number. Get this. This is beautiful. I even did a social media video on this. So this guy calls me in just at Christmas time, gone. And he sees that I'm on about the gender pronouns. And I even said on social media that I said, I respect anybody who wants to be called whatever, da-da-da. Just don't expect me to change mine. This guy calls me and he's like, hi, is this Peter? Yeah. How can I help you? Yeah, listen, I've been seeing your videos on social media, and to be honest with you, Peter, I think you should take some of your videos down. I went, excuse me? He goes, yeah, I just don't think it's, very beneficial to everybody. I went, no, you mean beneficial for you, right? Because you obviously want me to change my gender pronouns to suit you, is it? Well, I wouldn't say that either. And you could hear him. He was just grasping at fucking straws, this guy. And I just told him where to go and hung up the phone. But, like, the balls in some people. The balls. It's quite incredible. If anybody watches Joe Rogan, Tim Kennedy was on the show. And Tim Kennedy was with his wife in New York City. He goes into a coffee shop and he orders for his wife. And then the person says, I'm sorry, what did she want again? He goes, oh, my wife will have, like those words, my wife will have whatever it was. And he goes, no, don't you mean partner? So the waiter has the balls to try and convince Tim Kennedy, who's got a wife, and he calls her the wife, a wife. He's got the balls to actually try and get him to change the term to suit him and just bully him. Like, and these are the people that bitch and moan the most about things. Oh, people are doing this and they're trying to control me. But no, you're trying to control others. It's Helen. Hey, Helen, how's it going? It's lunacy, to be honest. My 13-year-old feels so confused. Oh, Jesus. Really, Helen? Go on. Can you? Hopefully you can tell us more here if you're still on. Oh, God. A 13-year-old's getting confused. What the fuck, man? What the hell? That's brutal. Jesus. Alan, what the fuck? Then he complains he didn't get tips. Yeah, probably didn't. Or probably does bitch and moan, yeah. I certainly wouldn't be tipping that guy. I'd be telling him where to go. Oh my God. I'm trying to convince you about your wife. And is anybody else out there, like, do you have kids or do you know young people now these days, like the 13-year-old, Vanessa's 13-year-old, she's confused. Eamon, I never came across gender pronouns. Then again, I'm in Donegal. We don't listen to that shit. Yeah, well, you haven't come across it yet, Eamon. Believe me, there'll be somebody now, one of these days, that will actually want to try and convince you otherwise. You'll find somebody. Believe you me. Helen, she's 13 and it's the hot topic amongst her peers. Jesus. Oh, guys. Guys. Like, where are we going with this? Where does this end? Where does this end? Like, is anybody on Bumble? I've seen on Bumble that they have different gender categories for you now. So you've got, he, she, they, them, or whatever the fuck it is, right? What? I don't understand why people want to change their gender pronoun in the first place. And I'm not having a go. If anybody's watching, I'm not having a go at you. If you want to change your gender pronouns, by all means, go ahead. I just don't understand why you do want to, though. Is it not acceptable to be a man or a woman? Clearly it's not for some. Oh, so Helen, she's 13, it's the topic amongst her peers. I mean, what are they doing? Are they sitting around in school every single day fucking talking about this at lunch break, and they're texting each other at nighttime, they're doing WhatsApp fucking or FaceTimes with each other, talking about their gender identity? I mean, what? God. I feel sorry for them. I really do. And I understand for a 13-year-old, I mean, this is just a hard thing to go at. I'm sorry, guys, excuse me. Let me have a look there. Look at some of these comments. Vanessa, they have to label themselves emo, goth, etc. Well, goth is different, right? Goth would be just your gothic. I understand that one because that's been always around, though. That wouldn't be a gender pronoun as such, would it? Or am I wrong? I actually don't know on that one. Eamon, I think it's just a small percentage of people. Yeah, it does. But the problem is, Amo, is that fucking there's people out there. The small percentage are actually getting into the heads of people and fucking things up like Bumble. Multi-million-dollar app, website, whatever you call it. And they're having to resort to changing things. Jesus. Helen, where does it end? I hate this. I'm alive and let live kind of person. Good for you, Helen. Nice one. I like that. Okay, let's have a look. More of the comments are coming in now. Tracy, I think social media has a lot to do with it. Yeah, it does. Social media's got a lot to do with this. Like, you got to change. People are using social media to express all this garbage. Alan, I'm okay with people changing whatever they want. Don't expect me to memorize all that. Exactly. See, that's the thing too. Alan's got a point, people. Alan's got a point, right? Like, that girl on Saturday night, or Saturday afternoon when I met her. She says she's a woman, but if she had to, she'd change her to cis. What did she say? Cisgender female. That's exactly what she said. A cisgender female. Like, what if I am sitting there, like Alan says, right? What if I'm sitting there and I get it wrong? Is she going to grill me, burn me at the fucking stake for getting it wrong? I mean, is that where we're getting to? That you have to remember, once you tell somebody? Because if you think I'm going to remember, like, I'll call you whatever you want, but if I forget, well, kiss my ass, man. Seriously. I'll try and get it right eventually. And, I mean, how much this... I'm even getting stuttering now in my language. Jesus Christ. Hi from Ghana. How's it going, Ghana? How are we? Vanessa, goth is a protected characteristic. You're right. Us parents are all confused. Don't be, Vanessa. Don't be confused. Because they're full of crap, these people. Full of crap. And hey, 1,400 likes. Hey, keep tapping that like, guys. Keep tapping. Let's get to 2,000. It'd be awesome. Okay, Helen. There's 2 in her friend group that now identify as they, them. She feels pressured. Oh, God. How the fuck can you describe yourself as they are them when you're one person? Can somebody please tell me the logic behind this? And I'm being serious. I'm not being smart. This is going to actually logical English terms here. They, them. I can't call myself they, them. I'm one person. Or maybe we're talking about all the voices in their heads. Is that what it is? Jesus. And, oh, Christ. There's 2 in her friend group now. It feels pressure. Good God. See, the problem with the pressure is it's coming from a lot of these people where they're just trying to bully other people. You know, and I wonder how much influence the parents have these days. Like, are there parents out there that are pressuring their kids to change their gender identity? Is that what it is? Like, so let's keep going back to the comments here. Barbara, I was at hospital for emergency issues and a triage. I was asked what were my pronouns. You're asked for your pronouns at a hospital in an emergency situation. Jesus Christ. Imagine walking in with a broken arm, broken leg, you're in pain, you're crying like, oh, help me. Sorry, what's your gender pronoun, Mr. Walsh? What? This be the last fucking thing in your mind. Why would I even want to entertain that? There I am in fucking agony, and yet I have to tell people my fucking gender pronoun? What is wrong? Seriously, we need to fight back, people. We need to fight back. Mother of God. Alright, let's have a look more at these comments. Some of them are good. Hey, we're nearly at 2,000 likes. Thanks, guys. Hey, it's so cool. Julie D, because they don't like to be pigeonholed. I don't know exactly what you mean by that, pigeonholed. Maybe it's too early in the morning on a Monday morning. What time is it actually? It's 11 o'clock here in Ireland. Amen. I painted myself yellow. I identify as one of the Simpsons. How bad? Very cool. Helen, I'm so very confused as a mum and don't know how to approach it. Okay, that's interesting. Guys, jump in if you have any ideas for Helen here about how to approach this. Here's my 2p on it, Helen. You tell her she can call herself anything she wants. Ask her what is she first. Like, what are you, honey? See what she says. And then ask her, does she like being called this? Or is it just pressure? And tell her fucking stand up for herself. That's what I would say. She doesn't have to go around announcing that she's whatever she's calling herself. She doesn't. She can just keep quiet, surely, right? I mean, then again, maybe kids are vicious these days with this stuff. And it sounds like they are, actually. God. Kids sound vicious these days. Lisa, hiya. Hey, how's it going, Lisa? Creaky, they also ask your name at ER. Well, I hope they do. Christ. Vanessa, it gets worse. Friend's 13-year-old asking her 8-year-old brother what his pronouns are. Oh, God. An 8-year-old? Jesus, an 8-year-old. How does an 8-year-old even do anything? You know? Like, oh, man, that's tough to follow. That's really tough. Can you imagine 8-year-old? You're playing with your toys. You're still sucking a fucking dummy, man. And then you've got to answer this? Jesus. Ronnie, would you think I may be the only male lesbian in Ireland? Creaky, so why wouldn't they ask your pronouns so they treat you with respect? Hang on. So why wouldn't they ask your pronouns so they treat you with respect? Creaky, are you saying that it's respectful to ask what your pronouns are? I'd like for you to clarify this one. This is going to be interesting. Maria, Helen, I'm in the same boat. I just tell my daughter she doesn't have to explain herself to anyone. Exactly, Maria. Exactly. Jesus. Creaky, yes. Okay. Right, so Creaky. All right, interesting topic to come up. Okay. If I was in a hospital right now, and if I had a broken leg or a broken arm, or touch wood, it doesn't happen to anyone on here, but let's say it did. Now, I'm in fucking pain. Okay? The last thing I'm thinking of is my gender pronoun. Right? The last thing I'm thinking of is my name. They probably ask me my name when I'm in such pain that I'll be like, all over the shop, right? Like, do we see where we're going here with this? Like, I go and I order a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, I buy some clothes, I go to the bank, I go, I don't know, anything else, and I don't get asked for my gender pronoun, and I certainly wouldn't expect it. Like, if we're going to ask people's gender pronouns, shouldn't we be asking their age when they walk in the door? Like, hey, fuck it, why not? Why not? Where do you live? What kind of car do you drive? Wouldn't we be talking like that? Jesus. David, would you rather have £1 million or you could wee Vimpto for life? Vimpto? You mean like wine? Or what do you mean by Vinto? So I don't know. Vanessa, my ex in hospital said his religion was Jedi. Nice. Nice. Creaky, they do ask age and address at ER. Well, hey, fair enough if they do. Creaky, have you ever been to ER? Touch wood? No, not yet. Touch wood, and hopefully I'm not either. Agnes, hey from Scotland. Hello from Scotland. How are you doing? You're going to be on the podcast episode, guys. Helen, I work as a nurse and never would I ask a patient their pronouns. I wouldn't either. No way. Mbula, hey, how are you? Alan, respect is such a vague concept. You can't use it as an argument for something like that. Well, you got a point. I mean, where do we draw the line? Where do we ask gender pronouns? Where do we ask our name? Where do we ask our address? Where do we... I mean, and I would imagine if you're in an ER, that if you're in pain, the person who's asking your name, they're going to probably know that you can't fucking probably speak. Sissy, hello from South Africa. Hey, Sissy, how's it going? Very cool, Sissy. Chrissy, sorry. Mbula, I'm okay, bestie. Where are you from? I'm from Ireland. Cork in Ireland. Mbula. Aileen, it's gone ridiculous. It sure has. It's the bullying that's got ridiculous. Lisa, if you're not sure, it's no harm. I guess, as in your gender pronoun. Rose, I would ask someone I was unsure how to call them. For example, in an LGBT club pub if I'm unsure. Okay, here's a question. Now look, I'm a straight guy, okay? So I cannot speak very educated on a gay or lesbian's approach on this. If you're a gay or lesbian and you're in a bar, in a gay bar, do you ask the person and you're trying to chat somebody up? Are you really asking them for their gender pronoun? I can't see how people would, because most people are, you know, if they're chatting up somebody in a gay bar, they're trying to get it on, right? or they're trying to get a date off the person. Okay? So where would this come into the whole conversation? Why? You know? Agnes, I go to Ireland every year to Donegal. Very nice, very nice. Rose, I have a lot of friends who are LGBT and I never ask unless I don't know how to address them. But how would you address them? Like as in, just call them by their name? You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. Huh. Okay, Bannerin, I believe in the gender binary, therefore they, to me, are how they present are their name. Okay. Rose, in a casual conversation, for example, a transgender person. Okay, but how are you actually bringing it up in conversation? And I'd like to know that. Why are you bringing it up? And how are you bringing it up? You know? Chrissy, yes, we all have names. Okay, Alan, I just call everybody dude, easier. Fair enough. Rose, for example, what drink does he, she, they want? Yeah, but how are you actually asking them? Well, sure, you're going to say, hey, do you want a drink? Right? Rose, there are a lot of examples that happen in real time. I can't think of exactly right now. Okay. Banrian, if you are speaking directly to someone you don't need to know, that's exactly what I'm on about. Like, why are you... Oh, good Lord. Monica, that gender question would be if you didn't like that person at the end of the night. Huh. Really? Lisa, if you meet on the street, would you ask me? Good question, Lisa. I wouldn't. Anybody else? Banrian, everyone answers to you? Huh. Don't know what you mean by that one. Helen, wish I could stay, folks. Gotta go. Oh. Nice to meet you, Helen. Thanks for logging in. Yeah, guys, we need to just breathe, relax a small bit here. You know what I mean with this whole gender stuff. Really, I can't believe I had that conversation on Saturday night. Jesus Christ, and I just wanted to so get off the topic. Fuck, Vanessa, my 13-year-old trans girl is referred to as. Let's have a look. Referred to as her, him. I get confused how to refer to him, her. Really? Your 13-year-old trans girlfriend? Your 13-year-old trans... Jesus. Well, I'm sure they'll forgive you if you get it wrong, right? Aileen, I'm sure they're like vegan. They'll tell you. Hey, if they want to tell you, cool. Just don't expect anybody to pressure you into changing your pronouns if you don't want to. Banrian, like, would you like a drink? Exactly. Exactly. What's the problem? You know? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Vanessa, no daughter's trans friend. Jeez, well, we certainly brought up a hot topic here today, guys, on the podcast, on the live. I didn't even expect we'd get into this conversation. In fact, I totally forgot about the girl on the date the other night until I actually started talking. But Jesus. Now, thank God she actually didn't expect me to start calling her she or cis. Like, I would just default naturally saying she. You know what I mean? So, Alan, they're languages without gender pronouns, just saying. Okay? Fair enough. Aileen, good luck if they try. It's like someone trying to change my religion. Sure. Vanessa, I thought this site was about dating. Well, hey, ask me anything about dating. But yeah, it was about a date. I had a date on Saturday night and the girl got upset about me. Got really upset, even though I wasn't even trying to bring up gender pronouns. Eamon, I think Ireland today, most people don't care what anybody is. Just leave people alone. Exactly. Just leave people alone. Let them call themselves whatever they want. Just don't bully other people trying to think that they have to change their fucking pronouns to suit them. Crazy stuff, guys. Crazy bloody stuff. Absolutely madness. So, guys, I think we're going to leave it there now today. We've gone for 35 minutes. Jesus, feels like about 1 minute. Unbelievable. 2,500 likes. Yay! That's nice. That's pretty cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for listening. And, guys, look, anybody out there listening to the podcast episode, please don't give in to the pressure of gender pronouns. They want to be called themselves, whatever they want to call themselves. You want to call whatever you want to call yourself, and that's it. Okay? They have the right to call themselves whatever they want. You have the right to call yourself whatever you want. And that's it. Don't give in to the pressure. Even the girl on Saturday night I went on a date with, right? She was trying to tell me that I would be a cisgender, whatever the fuck that is. I don't know. And she knew I meant business, and I went, no, I'm not cisgender, okay? And she backed down instantly. So thank God she wasn't trying to bully me, but she still threw it in there, guys. So forget about all that garbage, you know? Monica, have a great day, Peter. Really enjoy the live. Thanks, Monica. Lisa, you know I'm trans. I would like the public to know I'm not going to do anything to them. That's right, guys. Lisa, she's a trans. And Lisa is brilliant. She certainly has never tried to bully anybody on my social media. She's great, man. She's great. Sorry, Lisa, if it is she, just double checking. So yeah, guys, have a great day as well. Vanessa, love you guys for logging on, and I will do another live quite soon. Thanks, guys.